So today we're going to talk about ball joints, ball joint deletes, and knuckles. This Jeep is a 2023 JL and it has the steel knuckles because it's a recon edition, so we won't talk about knuckles because you want the steel ones, you don't want the aluminum ones. The aluminum knuckles, we'll do a different story about that in a little while to show breakdowns and things for that. But what we're here today to talk about is the problem that you have with the JL when you're wheeling. So your ball joints, when they're pressed into the housing, are like this. And what happens is either when you break an axle or you get into an extreme position where the tire gets pulled on, it takes these two ball joints with the knuckle attached and it drops it out like this. Both of these ball joints are pressed in from the bottom. So basically what happens is this gets pulled down, wheel falls off. So these are your stock ball joints. There's nothing retaining them except for a press fit. All right, so there's that, and these aren't. This isn't a good way to go. So if you have this, get rid of it. The next version that you have up from that is you have the Dynatrack ball joints, which are pretty rad. We've been using Dynatracks for years. So this Dynatrack will push in, and then it has this little clip on the top. Okay, so this is a little bit better because it has the clip. However, you can debate about how strong the clip is, and I don't know if Dynatrack's done testing, and if they can, maybe they can let us know. But basically what holds this ball joint in is this clip. So you clip it into this little groove, and so that's what's supposed to hold this. Now, when I'm thinking 40-inch tires, 42s, what everybody's running on JLs nowadays, even if you run a Dana 60, you still have this same ball joint arrangement that comes out like that. So what we like to do here is we like to go with the American Iron ball joint deletes, and essentially what happens with the ball joint deletes is this upper ball joint delete has a little step here. This actually gets pressed in from the top. So this actually gets pressed in, and then it has this little ridge right here that holds the ball joint in, and then this one gets pressed in from the bottom. And so once you have both of these ball joints pressed into the housing, your knuckle is actually secured. It can't go this way, the knuckle can't go this way, and the knuckle can't go this way because of this little step. So this is our preferred way to go on the JLs and the Gladiators, because we've had these breakdowns come in week after week after week, and I will insert a picture of a couple broken ones here. I have some that we've repaired. As a matter of fact, I got one in the parking lot right now ready to go home. He was out on John Bull a month ago and basically took it's a Dana 60 with steel knuckles, but what it did is it pulled the ball joints out. So we just switched him over to ball joint delete. So this gets pushed in from the top, this gets pushed in from the bottom, and now there's no way for your knuckle to get pulled out. So we've been running these American Iron ball joint deletes in the shop Gladiator now on 40s for about 2.5 years. They're still tight, they don't make any noise. As long as you anti-seize these when you put them together, and you put them together correctly and you torque everything, they don't make any noise, they drive great. We will give you an update someday when we get the ones in the Gladiator to show some signs of sloppiness or needing to be rebuilt. But so far, they're going strong, so we'll report back on that later. The last good thing about the ball joint deletes from American Iron is these studs are replaceable. So this, once the housing is pressed into the axle, if you're out on the trail and you do manage to break one of these pins right here, the nice thing is American Iron sells these as a trail repair kit. You can buy each of these studs, a top and a bottom. I mean, you could keep them for both sides if you want. I carry just 2 studs, one for top, one for bottom. I carry an extra set in the Gladiator just in case, because I just plan for the worst. That's the other great thing about this. The other nice thing about these are rebuildable. So basically there's a spherical bearing inside here with some seals and stuff. You can rebuild these, so someday when these do get tired, all the parts to rebuild them, the shafts, everything's available from American Iron. So these are great. So we've been selling these now for about, I think, 3 years almost at the shop now, and we were a little bit late to adopt them in the Gladiator, but I decided because of this whole arrangement here, it was worthwhile to do and the best way to go. So there you go. If you guys have any questions, let us know.